I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We welcome StellaHeart17 to the program. Hello, Stella.
Hello.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I am StellaHeart17, your darling lioness. You may not know me, but I certainly know you. Hi! I'm so excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to talk to you too. Got a chance to see a little bit on the Arium thingy, and you sound like you're having so much fun with it.
I've met so many brilliant people, and in fact, I was actually brought in by a former acquaintance of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of just all been fun for me.
Yeah, it's something to see how the format itself has really expanded, and to see all of the talents take it to, really push the envelope as to what can be done with this right now, and the sheer joy I see in a lot of the talents is pretty amazing.
Yeah, everyone's really creative. Like, for instance, some of my friends just torture themselves by eating incredibly spicy stuff, or they do workout streams. And in fact, an upcoming event for Arium is actually a workout related event, which immediately made me think of some of my streamer friends who primarily do that sort of content. So I'm excited to see how they'll handle the challenge.
See, that'd be one of those where I'd be watching on the sidelines of that one.
Oh, I'm the person who sends all the points to make them suffer.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I tell people, I said, I'm still waiting about 40 years later to finish my high school mile. So it's going to be a little bit before I finish that son of a gun. So for you and VTubing in general, what do you get out of it? What's the big draw for you?
Personally, for me, VTubing is simply a way for me to connect with other people.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, I've always been very ingrained with and enjoyed fantasy or pretending immersion and stuff.
Yeah.
So VTubing is just another vehicle for doing that. As a kid, people make OCs, roleplay, do whatever, come up with brilliant stories and interact with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's kind of the same way. I'm one of those rare VTubers who's I don't play up the character, and I don't hide my face all that much. I have the little lion girl just to be another version of me to that looks out of place when I'm talking with my fellow VTubers.
Well, I tell you what, you have an extremely good voice for this. It really is. It says a lot just by whatever you say. It very expressive. Have you been somebody who?
Thank you so much.
Have you always taken advantage of that instrument? Have you been able to use it for a lot of things?
I have been very much interested in voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to break out and do some roles, but unfortunately, the only role anyone, if they were to seek out my voice and anything, would be this one animatic for Miraculous Ladybug done by this fan artist I used to follow when I was 14, 16. And you guys would be treated to the most abysmal, high-pitched attempt at voicing Marinette Dupin-Cheng, paired with, as I quote from one of the YouTube comments, Chat Noir tripping on testosterone.
Well, everybody's got to start somewhere, okay?
Yeah.
I'll
Sadly, I still need to audition. Still gotta throw all the spaghetti at the wall till we hit some sort of target to get cast in something.
Yeah, well,
I don't.
I mean, have you done acting before or anything like that?
If you count a single less than semester of high school drama, because AP Euro sucks.
Oh my gosh.
As I said, I've always been the sort of dramatic type of person. Yeah. I've always been described as a drama queen, highly reactive. I will fly off the handle at any sort of moment. So for me, I've always just been uh just as enthusiastic. Uh, what's other e words? I've just always been a very outgoing person
Yeah.
who's very energetic.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
good, and that's especially good for what you're doing now with the with Ethereum. I mean, that's that pretty much sizes up what you have to be.
yeah,
Energetic, outgoing, and always on your toes, because you're instead of dealing with one monolithic group of people, you're dealing with all these individual groups of people.
yeah,
Yeah.
and for that, it's always very interesting to see all the types of people that Irium draws.
Mm,
Some people who are very more shy, or who are just more super outgoing, who have all their different niche and stuff.
yeah. Yeah.
It's
And
very interesting to see.
I wonder too, because a lot of times when I get on and just visit with folks for a little while, and I'm at work, which is something you can't really do very well with folks on other stream platforms very long, because of how it's set up. I mean, if I'm going to come in and say, if I'm going to come on to Stella Stream and say hi, yeah, I'm at work. How you doing? Bye. I mean, that's a lot easier to do on Irium than it would be for any other setup because of how quick the response is.
Hmm.
Do you get a lot of folks from work, you think, with that?
For me personally, unfortunately, as of currently, due to my other work, because I do in fact own like a small business and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
so I have to work 6 days out of 7.
Mm,
So it's kind of hard for me I won't lie that I kind of am currently still trying to find my way with like balancing it all, balancing streaming as well as like my work out and life outside of streaming.
mm.
So I haven't built up enough of a schedule as of currently to be streaming regularly, which
Ah.
is actually why I joined Irium. So
Mm,
then, because as we said with the format of Irium, as opposed to like Twitch or YouTube, where like there's a more visual aspect with regards to like playing a game or something else.
right.
Irium primarily is very simple in that it's if you don't want to add any fancy equipment, all you literally need is your phone. You just got your phone, prop it up with something, an apple, a corn dog, whatever, and just hit go live. And you can talk to so many fun people or just make connections, which is
Yeah.
why I in fact joined the app.
Yeah. And you do that very quickly too. I mean, it's the the technology itself still just fascinates me that it's able to do so quickly. The no lag to it whatsoever. I almost feel like
Oh yeah.
sometimes that you guys are answering my question before I even type it in. Wait a minute, I'm not even done yet. Um,
Yeah.
how does that hit you as someone who watched VTubers before and then got into it? How does that technology hit you? What do you think of it?
For me, I really do enjoy the instantaneous response. In fact, I'm not used to it at all
Mm,
because my background has always just been like YouTube or Twitch, something that's always has like latency built into it.
right.
So there's an expectation that when you write a message that the streamer will not get to it for like maybe a minute or two.
Mm.
So when you actually finally like so for Irium when I'm at work or something and I write a message, I'm still used to waiting. But then instantaneously I'll almost get a response and I'm like, wow, this is awesome.
It's scary.
It
Sometimes.
is like like because I'm so used to waiting, I'll be like, I won't lie. I've also watched Irium while I'm at work.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So like I'm a cashier and I'm front facing for work. So I interact with a lot of customers.
Yeah,
So when I like write a response, I'm so used to waiting that I'll be like, "Oh, it's okay. I can grab this for the customer."
yeah.
And then I realize I missed the answer.
Yeah. it's
So it's it's just something to get used to.
well, I can. I seems like that what you're doing with your job is it's got some parallels in what you're doing with Ethereum because you have to have that interaction with so many different people during the day. Hopefully, as a when you're at your job, you're not dealing with the same person all day because that's going to be a long day.
Oh yeah.
Anybody who's dealt with customer service knows about that, unfortunately, and
Oh,
then
definitely.
we stay up at night and dream about it, and then all that stuff. Um, shake out of it, Eric. Bad dreams coming back to haunt. Um, the it really, but having this section, what is the difference for you in having someone right in front of you that you could see, and having someone on the internet who you're communicating with but not seeing?
So in terms of that, generally at it's something I've observed for like a while just from being on the internet is like obviously like in real life.
Hello?
My apologies. My Alexa just went off.
Oh, okay. I'll mark that up.
My apologies. I had set an alarm for 9:20 for to get ready for the interview because that's what I had it in my calendar as.
Oh, no worries. I've marked it down for edit.
I
So
got it.
yeah,
Anyway,
we'll come back to it in three, two, one. And
so in terms,
go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
No, no worries. Are you are
In
you
terms of like,
are you nervous?
I truth be told, I've never done an interview before, so I
Oh, okay.
am a teensy bit nervous slash have no real no I expectations or what's the
Okay.
word?
Okay. Well,
I don't know what to do.
here. Just talk to me like you're talking to somebody because that's all I'm looking for. I'm not going to try to split open all your eggs and find out what's inside. We're just gonna enjoy ourselves and make it easy the rest of the
Got
way.
it.
Alrighty. And
Got
so
it.
so let's go from let's see. I'll just ask you the question over again when we come out of here. Um, coming in, three, two, one. So what's the difference for you between talking with somebody at your job with somebody right in front of you and talking with somebody online? Is it easier or tougher, or what does it mean for you?
In that case, generally, you run into like some miscommunication sometimes,
Mm.
but honestly, when it comes to online, you can be so much more unhinged.
Mm.
Because, for instance, in real life, you can't tell a customer that's annoying you, "Go away, I don't like you, I'm blocking you." Whereas online, you can threaten to bite people as much as they want, and they love you for it.
Yeah, if you can find a real job like that, I'm going to apply for it. Because there's too many times in real life that comes up. No, I'm just going to block you. you, yeah, you can't do that.
If only.
But yeah, it too. You really have to use in person. You can use your eyes. You can use a lot of different types of communication that are not verbal to get your point across. You can wave a baseball bat at them, for instance. get
Yep.
get get away. But online, you have to rely so much on your voice and being able to get whatever point it is across. Maybe, and sometimes you have to realize when you have to be subtle and when you have to bring down the hammer. Um,
Hmm.
has that been easy for you so far?
So far, for me personally, I haven't run into any issues on Irium of any bad actors or otherwise. I've seen some in some of my friends' chats,
Mm,
but in those cases, they themselves have handled it and been very professional.
mm.
So for me, it's mostly just been how much, how much is, I probably shouldn't say that. That's probably too far.
Mm.
And what, I can bite you because you're being annoying. Because with the lioness persona, it's very nice to play into it because
Yeah.
I like to threaten to maul people or
Yes.
like I bite people. That's like, a big part of my personal persona online is aggression,
Hmm.
but like not serious. Not like I'm gonna, not like I'm going. It's nothing serious. Like I'm gonna find your location and post it on every single message board there is on the internet, so then your mom can find out that you like, uh, for
Yeah,
just nothing serious. It's
yeah.
more so, stop calling me short, or else I'm gonna bite your ankles.
They get on you because of height.
I'll get on them and bite their head. I'm gonna steal their brains and
It's
then put them in a jar.
That's what you know. Hey, folks don't mess with lionesses. They're mean. You know
We
they're
do the hunting.
Yeah, that's right. If they do the hunting, and the lions themselves just do the laying around and roaring. That's about.
They look fabulous.
Yes, that's what we do. Um, so with coming on, did you have um any reservations about turning that microphone on with Irium for the first time, or were you all set and ready to go?
Truthfully, when it comes to Irium, I wasn't as apprehensive because I've been a streamer for a while before joining Irium.
Uh huh.
I joined Irium fairly recently, actually, maybe like only this year or last year or so.
Mm-hmm.
This last year or so.
Mm-hmm.
So Irium for me was not that scary,
Mm-hmm.
but it was, how should I say it? It was learning to work with a smaller palette, I guess I could say,
Yeah.
because I'm used to more when it comes to streaming, I'm used to like doing having other avenues to rely on, such as music or the game
Mm-hmm.
or my model. In fact, funnily enough, going to Irium especially is I had to learn to speak more with my voice
Mm-hmm.
and like be more expressive and work with tools outside of like technology,
Mm-hmm.
because Irium, I don't have any fancy equipment unlike some of my other friends. I just have my phone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I also uh and also like my model, for instance,
Yeah.
like the live 2D, uh you have like the rigging and everything to be more expressive, whereas for Irium it requires something special, like you have to get your model re-rigged if you want to use it in Irium, in fact.
Mm. Yeah.
So
There is quite a difference. And I imagine it'd be like playing in a ballpark you've never played before. With
yeah.
the rules are kind of the same but slightly different than they were here. I mean, so would you say that you have taken to it extremely well? Because really, you sound like you have the personality for the Irium types of streams down to a T.
Uh, it really depends on how many people show up, if I'll be honest, for my case.
Mm.
Because I don't, I'm not any extraordinary person. I'm just someone who enjoys talking with people.
Mm.
So I need people to bounce off of if I'm going to talk, or else I'm going to start talking about, or else I'm going to start talking about the show I'm watching and then spoil everybody. No one wants to know that
Yeah.
dies in
That's
season.
that's a threat you can hold over everybody's head. If you don't show up, I'm going to be talking about the spoilers for the show.
You know what? That's a very good point. I gotta watch more shows so I can threaten more people.
This is a different sort of advertising, you know. The threat to show
I
up. As if
Unfortunately, I'm just me. I'm not as truthfully. I try my best to be professional, but in Joyce, I'm just having fun.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing about it is you got to be able to enjoy yourself while you're doing it, and the fact that people are showing up because they want to be in your campfire. They want to be there with you. They want to exchange ideas with you, and they want to be a part of it. How does that hit you when you realize that people all over the country with Arium and all over the world with other stream services want to share time with you?
It makes me feel so happy, honestly.
Mm.
When I have people show up, I love just talking about anything and everything with anybody,
Yeah.
whether it comes to complaints about work or the newest show that's come out or bonding over our music. It's really awesome. In fact, during my first debut stream, I was blown away by how many people showed up
Hmm.
because I as you've probably noticed, I have a lot of complications or my plans get thrown out the window a lot. So I actually had to reschedule my debut, in fact,
Oh
because
no.
I got double booked because I had something with my family.
Oh geez. Yeah. It's stupid real life
And
getting in the
so,
way with stuff.
yeah, I can't be silly lioness girl
Yeah.
because family says go out to eat.
Yeah.
Your sister is getting married.
Yeah.
To the go take engagement pictures.
Yeah. My sister gets married all the time.
Yeah, I only get to be a silly lioness girl every single day.
it, so
So yeah, I
yeah.
was blown away by how many people showed up when I had to reschedule it.
Yeah.
It makes me it's still to this day it makes me so happy.
Yeah. We've got one of those voices that you can tell when you're smiling when you talk about it. So it's very easy to tell when you're talking about something you really enjoy, and that's a big thing to have in an industry like this, or however you take it as a job or hobby or a sideline passion or something. Um, if you can have that sort of demeanor when you're on with the microphone in front of you, the people who are with you will pick that up too. And I'm sure because you've watched a lot of folks VTubers before, and you streamed in other services that you know exactly about that. You've seen people that probably shouldn't be streaming at that time, and you know that
Oh God,
you
definitely.
you know it by the tone of their voice or whether they really don't like what they're doing. Um, how do you avoid something like that, or is that something that you ever have a problem with?
I mean, I won't lie that when it comes to me, I have a lot of issues that I need to work through, but it when it comes to stuff like that, like any obstacle that you face, it requires a lot of rest and taking care of yourself, knowing your limits, knowing what you like to do, knowing what you're willing to put up with.
Mm.
So if someone says, "Hey, can you show your feet?" or something, or just something more innocuous, or just anything that you are not yourself are not comfortable with, it it's a matter of looking within yourself and thinking, why am I or it's a matter of looking in yourself and saying, how much will this hurt me
Mm-hmm.
if I continue with this? And deciding if you need to take a break, if you need to change anything about the routine, or if you need to stop the routine entirely.
Yeah, yeah.
So for for instance, before Irium, I used to do like a lot of singing uh birthday videos,
Mm.
and people would flood my comments with, "Can you sing happy birthday? Can you sing happy birthday for me?" Blah 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 blah. And eventually it reached the point where it was so tiresome that I eventually started charging for them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, heck, you can make some money off of it. Might as well, you know. You.
Yeah, more so I would do like I actually transitioned it into making a cameo.
Mm.
And so people could ask me to sing happy birthday to them, inspire their friend to take on voice acting, which is in fact one of the ones I'm actually really proud of
Yeah,
because I love voice acting.
yeah,
Hearing everyone's voices is just so exhilarating.
yeah. Well, I mean, you you know, I've had people on the interview before who have applied for um, blind auditions and gotten some really plum parts that they didn't even know what they were applying for as far as voice acting goes. Um, and it just seems to be what they're looking for in the voice that particular time. So I think you've got the instrument to do it, and I hope you don't stop trying.
Yay.
Yeah, because I think it would be really, I just think it would fit you to a T. You know, and that something like that you would enjoy it so much that it would obviously carry over, and people would enjoy hearing you doing it.
I honestly, any for me, genuinely, any doing any sort of voice work or anything would make me incredibly happy because I love doing voices And although I might not have any professional or any real experience, I just love doing voices. It's something so fun for me.
Mhm.
So I always just love doing little skits and whatnot, playing off of people, improv.
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever done the improv before?
Ah, honestly, no. The
Mm.
only real improv, the only semblance of improv I've done is just when I crash my friends' streams and I just start a random joke with them. For
Mm.
instance, I have a habit of starting many inside jokes that even they might just be one-sided, but I'll make like a lot of inside jokes. So for my friend who is a sword fighter, I might joke like, "Oh, I'm gonna put all your swords into a stew, so we're gonna eat. I'm gonna make sword stew with all your swords."
Turn everybody into sword swallowers. That sort of thing.
Indeed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're an instigator, is what you're saying.
I am. I
Ah, now we
I
got you.
am someone who very much enjoys getting a reaction out of people. Uh,
That's
as
that.
some would put it, I am a brat in that I'm a, I am very because I will I like I very much just enjoy getting a reaction out of people. So I might sing a popular song so then they'll be like, "Ah, stop it. No." Or just it's fun to play with people. I don't ever try to do anything that would seriously like harm anyone,
Yeah.
but things that mildly annoy them like, oh, I don't know, singing the lava chicken song from Minecraft movie.
No, that's a good one. That's a good. You know, have you done any singing in your background?
Uh I've never done any professional singing. I very much enjoy singing to the point that my best friend in fact has nicknamed me Singing Freak since middle school because I am like a character. I'm like a side character out of a musical come to life. Probably because I was raised by a lot of musicals growing up, all like watching High School Musical on repeat,
Oh
and
yeah.
like all the Barbie movies, always just all the songs. So I would sing just constantly, and I sing constantly and break into song constantly.
Just all of a sudden, just walking down the street, and then you see like a lamppost, and then you just have an ode to a lamppost for 3 minutes. you,
Oh
you can't
gosh.
be stopped. Too creative.
No, I just turned into Chim Chimney.
Yeah. Oh boy. It's really refreshing to hear that you've got an outlet here to let that energy out, that creative energy out. Because I can imagine working as much as you do in in your business, where you don't get a chance to you know take time off because it's yours. Um, and having this ability to not just not just create, but to let off a little steam while doing it's got to be really valuable to you.
It is. My time with my viewers is invaluable to me.
Yeah, yeah. What would you do if you
So
didn't have it, for crying out loud?
honestly, it'd probably just be a bit more stagnant, or I would seek out other avenues to make those connections. Making connections with people is very important to me, so I probably just go onto Twitter and like, well, I'd probably just do more of what I've been doing outside of Arium, which is like replying to people, messaging them, telling them I'm gonna bite them and steal all of their money.
Oh, telemarketing.
Yeah, market my biting skills. If you let me bite you,
Yes.
I will steal all your money.
You better watch who you tell that to, because there's a lot of people who'd probably pay some money for that. Uh,
I
yeah.
won't lie, I've had some weird DMs before.
I bet. Yeah, that's when you start realizing who you really do need to block at that point.
Yep. Or who you need to DM again.
Well, yeah, it's true. I mean, it's 2025. I'm not
I
gonna
should
put.
not be.
I'm not putting anything past anybody at this point.
Hey, a bag's a bag, as they say.
That's right. That's right. That's right. this this is a chance for you to meet a whole bunch of people on your own terms, uh, which
Hmm.
is really what this is. I mean, whether you're streaming on other services or this one, you get a chance to create the narrative of how you present yourself. Um, was that really important to you when you started streaming?
Uh, yeah. When I started streaming, I I kind of I'm kind of the person who I gotta go with other people.
Mm,
So if my friends are interested in it, I will do it too. So that's how I got into streaming is
yeah,
I started streaming with friends and those friends have since graduated or just stopped streaming.
yeah,
And so now I'm here
yeah.
and I've really enjoyed all the connections I've made with everybody. So that's what's kept me here and kept me streaming is so I can keep those connections I enjoy so much.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like you'd be the one who really treasure those connections too, um,
Hmm.
and keep them close as the time goes by. Um, so for you, you're getting so many new friends all over the place that you may never meet in person. Do you have trouble keeping it straight every once in a while?
Yeah, in fact, I will actually always confuse the the demon with the oni sometimes. I won't lie. uh like honestly, when it comes to my friends, I I have so many new acquaintances when it comes to streaming that I don't really confuse them because in my head they're always like a special sort of character,
Mm,
or I'll connect them with my inside jokes. So
mm.
how I keep track of them is who do I say I'm gonna bite? Who do I say is stinky? And who thinks that alarm clock in time means I love you?
That's a great way to sort things out. You fall
I
in the
just have
stinky
so
category.
like I the way I connect with people is primarily through jokes or like how we bounce off of each other. So I
Yeah.
just remember who how I interact with certain friends and who's in which friend group. So it's not that hard for me to keep up with to keep who's who
Yeah.
in my head. It's a
Yeah.
matter of yeah, if we can all connect with each other again
So,
because we're all so busy nowadays.
well, yeah, they're always, especially for someone who's got their own stuff going uh, on in real life. Which, by the way, I congratulate you for, because a lot of people um, can't do that on their own and keep that going.
Yeah,
It's, I mean, that's that's a lot of work, and
it
uh,
is.
I mean, that's something to be really proud of. I hope that you are, because you should be. Um, and I am very impressed with that. And then taking that and then going from there to wanting to stream and still after dealing with people 6 days a week in person to interact with even more people. Um, it says a lot about you and your personality that you don't give up on people that easy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, and I because I tell you what, in my regular job, um, well, given where I work, um, I can give up on people real quick, and the folks who come in like, okay, that's more than enough. It's been 10 minutes. I'm done. Um, you just keep going, and are you one of those folks who are relentless optimists?
I would describe myself more as an optimistic pessimist
Mm,
uh or an optimistic realist
mm, mm,
because I've always had this sort of philosophy when it comes to situations of I from the knowledge I have on people and or myself when I approach a situation, I come up with three scenarios: the best, the worst, and the most likely to happen.
mm. Yeah, that's
So
one more dimension than most people think.
yeah, so like I think of like what's the best possible outcome that if if I'm feeling nervous something, I think what's the best possible outcome. And for instance, if I'm auditioning for something, best possible outcome is that I get the part and I beat out every other single applicant.
Yes.
Or worst one is that worst scenario is they message me saying you didn't get the part. Your voice acting is like fly to trash.
Yes.
And then in that case, that just means that casting director is very unprofessional and very mean.
Yes. Yeah. You don't want to. Didn't want to work with them anyway.
Yeah, and the most likely situation is maybe I didn't get the part, which just means I have to work further and more, but I did my best.
Mm-mm. That's a really good way to look at things as far as that goes. The realistic part, you're kind of an optimist, realist, and who also looks both ways before they cross the street. Uh,
Yeah, like
yeah.
if I get excited about stuff, I might not see some certain details, but I try to be realistic about stuff of like if how realistic is it that you could plan an entire subathon in 2 hours?
Mm.
You could feasibly do it, but you definitely will accidentally leave some details out by the wayside.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And some of you folks doing those subathons, you're like three cards short of a deck. Start something like that. Because that's a long time and a lot of work. um,
I pray for their computer health because
yeah, yeah.
uh,
That would be the day where you turn on the computer and you get the blue screen of death. That would
yeah.
Yeah. It's like okay, well, but here's one thing with Ethereum is you don't need the blue screen. Ah,
Yep.
you just turn the phone on and then you hope the phone works.
Yeah, or else your phone, or alternatively, you forget to charge your phone and it dies.
Oh
And
yes.
then people are like, what happened? Are they okay? And then you just have to ashamedly come back on after you charge your phone and be like, hey, I totally didn't forget to charge my phone. No, I am super smart and I just was doing it for dramatic effect.
Always prepared, and that's never happened to you in the past, not even once. And no
Nope,
one
definitely not.
no one would have video proof of that and try to show you that video proof at all.
Nope. If they did, I would just say, no, I'm sorry, that's AI generated. I don't know what's going on here. That's fake news. No, never.
So are you streaming? Are you going to be streaming strictly on Irium now, or are you still going to try the other platforms?
For me, I still stream on Twitch every so often, or actually, in fact, I double stream and multi-stream at the same time,
Mm.
as many of my other friends do as well.
Yeah, that's something too. That's interesting. It is, and I don't think I've talked about it that much here. Where um, you could stream on another platform, a game or what have you, but still have Irium on at the same time and be able to interact with somebody a lot quicker, which is
Hmm.
which is another way that folks are really are kind of MacGyvering the technology to,
Yeah.
to suit their needs. Do you enjoy that sort of thing? Is it tough for you to keep up when you're doing that?
For me personally, I tend to get very absorbed in things.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, that's why I had to set up the chat. On like my Twitch streams, I had to set up a chat sound so
Mm.
that when someone chats, I actually know that someone has chatted because
Ah.
I would forget to switch tabs to check chat every so often.
Oh,
Which, when
okay.
you multi-stream between them, it can be a little bit tough because you might forget to look at the Irium stream
Mm.
versus the Twitch stream. But for me, I just try to keep them both, as pay attention to both as much as possible.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one thing too is that the Irium right now for the U.S. is U.S. only, and
Hmm.
Twitch is you could be talking with somebody on the other side of the planet in that sort of situation. So you got to kind of keep those. It's not you can do one or the other. You do both of them, obviously, when something like that happens. When you
Mhm.
are streaming on other services, what type of games are you playing?
For me, I very much enjoy puzzle games.
Mm-hmm.
It might take me a long while, and I might be confused about some stuff, and it might take me I might be stuck wondering if the game glitched or if I'm just suck. But I enjoy puzzle games a lot. I enjoy like more intellectual games, even though I might not have the necessary skills to
Oh,
complete them.
oh, you
It's
do,
just very
obviously.
fun to play through them.
Yeah. So what would we say would be your go-to comfort game at this point?
For me, I really enjoy A Little to the Left. It's a simple enough game that anyone could grasp it, and it doesn't actually require any sort of puzzle solving or anything else. It just requires you to think a little bit and set everything in its right place. Like,
Mm.
oh, these scissors should go in the scissors slot. Or, oh, there's 5 of these screws. Based on the length and the height, I bet they could fit in this little square.
Mm.
I enjoy that sort of like thinking about it, sort of games like that.
Uh,
I really enjoy A Little to the Left.
yeah. That by the title, it kind of gives you the idea that you see something, but you have to kind of take it at a different angle each time. Um, yes,
Yeah.
I've got all these, but why do I have all these? Okay, do that with them. And it's almost
Yeah.
it kind of forces creativity and um, puzzle solving skills at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. It's an organizational game actually. It's
Mm,
more so. So you know how like people like to joke, "Oh, I have such bad OCD"
hmm.
because they like to put things organizationally?
Right.
It's that type of game where
Ah.
the lore is basically you have a cat that loves to mess up your stuff.
Hmm.
So it knocks stuff out of order this way, that way,
Yes.
and you have to put it back.
Mm.
And I enjoy like there's not just one. Some puzzles don't just have one solution; they have multiple.
Ah.
Such
Okay.
as you can organize it by color, by height, by uh, transparency. I so it's very interesting about. That's why I enjoy it so much. Is like the different ways about it.
So basically, they named it. They did this game about my cat Sheldon, who likes to
Yep.
destroy things.
I
In the
is he white?
no, he's
Is he a white fluff ball?
no, he is white and orange, so he's got the best of both worlds. Um,
Oh no, he's an orange cat.
yeah.
Everybody, you know what that means.
Oh yes. He's
It's okay, so am
yeah.
I.
Yeah. We call him one of the names we call him when he's not running things head first is Jethro because he doesn't really know his own strength, so he'll just fly through something and tear it up. And if he gets a burr under his tail, oh boy! And we've got
Oh no.
and the other 8 cats get absolutely terrorized by him for a while. So um, it can be there in this little place I call home. Sometimes it's just a whirlwind, usually led by a orange and white streak at the front. Sheldon, no, stop terrorizing your sister. Um, th- so for you, is it calming to be in front of an audience? Is it is it like getting into an easy chair at this point? Are you used to that sort of thing?
I am. I guess I should phrase it more so as I'm used to being in front of like. I'm used to putting on like a persona more so
Hmm.
because obviously people have differences between their online and offline selves or
Right.
like on camera, off camera.
Yeah.
For me, it's more so just that I try to make myself appear more so energetic. Because I try to convey the intentions that I have inside that usually don't appear as much outside as when I'm off camera.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, you told us how much you're working, and I am amazed that you have any energy at all when you're done with that. To do that's again a big tribute to what you're able to do as a person. Um, and I would there's a lot of people that would be just dragging after doing what you do for a living. um, and and not be able to come up with this type of energy. But it also shows how much energy you have and how much you'd like to share with people. Uh, it's in a positive way, because some people will use it in a negative way, but you're always looking for the positive way to do things. I think that's just a really brilliant way to do this type of stuff. It really does seem like this, especially on Irium, is right where you need to be at this point.
Hmm.
And, and so with this, have you got any big goals for yourself as far as streaming goes?
As of currently, I guess my one of my main goals is to try to figure out like a stream schedule as well, so then I can regularly stream,
Yeah.
so then people actually know when to see me, as opposed to saying I stream at 12 a.m. and then next thing I stream at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
or 3 in the morning, or for 10 minutes, or for 4 hours. I want to be more consistent.
Yeah, and it's always tough to do, especially when you've got real outside of that responsibilities to put together. But
Yeah.
then you kind of that's kind of an automatic way to build a regular audience when you do something like that. And but in the meantime, you're still enjoying yourself so much.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Primarily, I try to find as much enjoyment as I can, whether I'm on stream or off stream.
Mm.
So I'll still terrorize my friends on Twitter, or if I'm on stream, I will publicly tell everybody about their bright pink fursuit that's made of pure mink fur that's hidden in their closet that they don't tell anybody about. That's definitely 100% real, that I saw with my own eyes, obviously.
If I had one of those in my closet, the cats would have already killed it, so it wouldn't be it
Don't say
wouldn't be
no.
usable. Hey, Stella, thank you so much for coming on. It's an absolute pleasure talking with you, and it's so obvious that you're enjoying yourself with it. And that just makes it a win-win for everybody. When you're enjoying yourself, you're entertaining people, you're being entertained. It's not draining on you. You get to let off some steam and let off some of that creativity that sounds like it's bubbling in you all the time. And I'm just glad you get this chance.
Thank you so much for having me. I mean, I'm just honestly, I mean, as you could probably tell, I was quite nervous. This is like my first ever interview about like do something I have been doing. So this was just an exciting opportunity that I might have been overthinking a little bit.
Folks, you can still hear
But
that.
it's just so exciting.
Listen to the smile when they say that. You give that away, which is really great, by the way. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.